A few weeks back, I flew to Phoenix, Arizona, and picked up a bus that used to be used in the LA County prison system to transfer inmates.
Guys, it's legitimately a jail bus. There's even like cool police stuff in here.
And really soon, I intend to spend the next 6 months living in that bus. Of course, the first step to this crazy plan is it cannot be a jail bus anymore. I'm turning that bus into an Airbnb. I know you're curious, so let's go take a look at that bus. This bus is a Bluebird rear engine with an 11.7, 11.8 liter Detroit diesel engine. It's a monster. I was able to cruise control this bus at over 85 miles an hour between Phoenix and Dallas, where it was legal. This bus drove nearly non-stop. It's an absolute monster. I only had to stop for gas once. So I'm excited about this bus because it comes with some super awesome features that a normal bus doesn't have. Some of you might know that I bought a yellow school bus last year and I started turning that one into a schoolie as well. Well, I got halfway done and I parked it, and then homeless people broke in and lived in it for a while. And then they stole all the copper wire from the bus. It's called copper clipping. And that caused the bus to be a total loss because the cost to replace all the wire under the bus would have been $17,000 just for that. So thankfully, insurance is going to cover that bus, giving me a second lease on life and allowing me to have another go at another schoolie. This time, I'm going to show you what I'm up to because I'm really excited about this bus all the way down to the bus wrap that I have designed for this thing. Now, since this was a jail bus, it's got bars on the window, tons of metal, it's got some work to do, but it comes with a 10,000 watt diesel generator engine, and I believe that that diesel generator engine is worth more than I paid for the bus alone, so I believe that this bus purchase was an absolute steal, and I'll get to the numbers breakdown later in a future video once we've accrued some costs to buying some stuff and doing some reno on this thing. Some things I want to peep for you so you know it's coming. The back of this bus has a toilet. There's actually a bathroom stall style toilet in the back that ran with the black water, much like a porta potty, and it probably smelled super bad back there because there was no ventilation in the back of this bus. What I'm going to do is turn that toilet in the back into a composting toilet with a oops, somebody screwed up backup plan where we can actually drain it out the back of the bus, but it will include a vent system and everything else. The goal of this bus is to not just make it an RV, but to make it an Airbnb-able RV. That alone means that we have to raise the standard on how we're going to build out this bus because the quality needs to be upgraded in some areas and we need to dummy-proof this bus in some areas. So the concept of having a gigantic composting toilet that also can double as a black water out in case somebody screws up using the toilet is a great example of how we need to have a on-the-budget but durable, user-friendly bus. And there's more of that stuff to come. When I'm done with this bus, I'm going to drive to cities near you. I'm going to take it maybe to Memphis, I'm going to take it to Phoenix, I'm going to take it to Seattle, I'm going to take it to Chicago, take it to Florida. We're going to go everywhere, and we're going to do some pop-up events. I'll show you guys the bus, we're going to hang out, we're going to do some Airbnb teachings and some things, you know, my usual stuff. And at times, and at curious places, I'm going to list it on Airbnb in different parts of the world and see how much per night we can get for this bus, whether it's in state parks or really close to a music venue. For example, I could park this bus on the street in front of the American Airlines Center. And at a night where people are paying $10,000 for Taylor Swift tickets, I could easily charge $1,000 for the night to have this experiential bus parked right at the front door of her music venue. I mean, with that in mind, sky's the limit, isn't it? If you want to see a bus turn into an Airbnb, that's also a piece of art, something that can go from Yellowstone to Burning Man to downtown Dallas and fit in everywhere, where we clear the bar in quality and do stuff no one's ever done before to make this bus a roaming Airbnb. This is going to be a super cool project for you to follow. So hit the subscribe button, like this video, you know, the whole documentation thing, so that way YouTube knows to send you the next one the next time I post a video about my jail bus. And I will say, out of the hundreds of Airbnbs that I have started, I am most excited about this one. And if you're a host or want to be a host and you're curious about how to validate stuff like this, you want to do some market research, know what cities are good for Airbnb, what property types are good for Airbnb, whether or not a bus can make money on Airbnb in a certain city, I'm doing a market research webinar August 1st, that's a Tuesday, at 6 p.m. I'm going to teach you some of the most awesome market research techniques that I've developed, including something new that is only available now that the summer release has completely changed the platform in a way that lets us do real market research in a really cool way. This way, you don't have to spend money on AirDNA or all the rooms. You can go city to city to city and not shell out $100 every time you choose a new market. You can do the whole world at your fingertips for free on the Airbnb platform. But now with that said, why a bus, right? Why not just start more regular Airbnbs and do another high-rise, whatever? Well, I've got a couple reasons, right? I believe that novel is the heart to performing well on Airbnb. And I'm a curious person, and I have ADHD. And I've done enough of the regular stuff. And this way, I can teach you how to run a unique Airbnb in unique places. This is also a way for me to become a better educator, and it's going to be fun. It's a form of self-expression to create something truly artistic that's also an Airbnb. A lot of you guys know that I'm a musician. I plan on moving out of this penthouse into this bus and taking my music studio with me. So I'm killing a lot of birds with the same stone on this one. And if I can pull this off, I'm gonna make 10 more. I'm gonna have like nearly a dozen buses like that if everything goes well. I want to attack the unique property space in a way that really no one else is doing here online. I think this will be really cool and educational and fun for you guys. And my company is still running regular properties. Jason is talking to landlords, picking up regular deals, and Kristen is running them. Our team doesn't exactly need me for the business as usual stuff, so I guess I'm kind of on the outs in a way, which for a lot of you, I think that's where you want to be, right? You want to have a bunch of Airbnb properties that can be mostly passive, where you can have an income that allows you to live a free life, maybe similar to mine, where instead of having to work a job or having to be self-employed, you can dive into music, travel the world, go to some music festivals, be a foodie, pick up a new hobby, play some sports, spend time with your family, do whatever it is that you want to do on your terms. That is one of the most powerful things that I've discovered about something like Airbnb, is because I've been able to build systems that run everything for me. At the heart, that's really what this is about. You get access to property through purchasing or arbitrage or co-hosting. You put that on the Airbnb space competitively, better than your competition. If you do your homework, you're going to be just fine. And then start to build systems based on the predictable nature of this industry. Yeah, guests are all unique. Some guests are going to check out late, try to check in early, have silly questions. That's, of course, the nature of hospitality. Always be ready for whatever your guest might have for you. But when you do it enough, thousands of guests later, you notice that they're all mostly the same. And you can build systems off of that, which is something that I've done in my 8 years of experience doing Airbnb. And it's stuff that I've duplicated in my 6 years of teaching, most of it here on YouTube. If you join my Facebook group, The Hosts of Airbnb Automated, there's a free course for you when you join that group, just for free. Have fun. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching my videos. It is kind of strange, right? 6 years later, here we are, still talking about this industry, still growing in this industry, and I'm having a blast doing it. It's one of my favorite things to do is to teach you guys. It means a lot to me. Thanks for sticking around, and as always, guys, I will see you on the other side.